today we are going to talk a little bit about off-camera flash photography. And this particular episode is going to be a little bit different because we are using a 1960s Polaroid land camera 180. This is an extra cool camera. This was my birthday present to me. Thank you very much, or thank me very much. It's a fully manual camera. It's got, you adjust the shutter speed and the f-stop right here on the front, on the lens right here. There's no batteries, there's nothing like that. It's completely fully manual. It's got the big Zeiss icon viewfinder. It's got a timer here. It does X-Sync with the flash. Super, super cool, super simple. Okay, now I've got two LumaPro LP160s. I've got one connected via PC Sync, and we are going to put that through this umbrella at half power, okay, and I'm going to keep it at 24 mil. Now, I've got another LumaPro LP160, and I put this into slave mode over here. We're going to keep this at let's make this 1/32 power, 105 zoom, and we're going to put that back here. So basically, this is going to be my key light over here, okay? This is going to provide some rim light on the back of my head. Hopefully all this goes well. I've already tried to focus here with the microphones. I'm going to stand in the microphone's place. When I hit the shutter over here, the self-timer is going to go off. I'll get into position, and we're going to hope for the best. So let's see how that goes right now. I'm going to cock the shutter. I've already pre-focused. I'm going to move this out of the... Well, actually, you know what? I'll hit the shutter. You can hear it timing. I'll move this out of the way, because we don't want that in the frame. And I'll stand here, and we'll see how this goes. Oh, let me stop this from moving, because we don't want any shake. Well, there we go. Now, we've got to hope for the best with that one. So let's go and see what we got. All right, pulling it out nice and carefully. I'm going to warm it up under my arm. I'm going to do it for 30 seconds, okay? So I've already got a timer going over here. I'm just going to watch that over there. Now, with the Polaroid film, with this new Fuji film, you have to be careful because when it's below 65 degrees, it takes longer to develop. Right now, it's probably about 65 degrees or so in the loft right now. So I'm going to still warm it up because I definitely think that it's probably cooler than ideal temperature. And I'm also going to cook it for a little bit longer. Normally I cook it about 25 seconds. I'm going to cook it about 45 seconds, and we'll see how we do with that. So we're just about there, and a couple more seconds. Blah, blah, blah. All right, here we go. I'm going to peel it off the back. All right, well, what we can see is that I was standing too close because I was steadying the camera. But I like what we're doing lighting-wise. I think that the lighting scheme is pretty cool. The umbrella in the window, probably not great, but I'd like to try this again and try to get the focus correct. So I'm going to keep the camera focused where it is, and I'm going to set the self-timer, and I'm going to do it again. So bear with me, and let's do this una más. Okay, shutter is cocked. Now, I'm going to hit the shutter, and I'm going to stabilize the camera. There we go. We go back into position, do some kind of a pose. Great. Now, let's see what we got. This is my last frame right here. Excellent. Nice and easy. Cool. I'm going to go under the armpit. I'm going to go under for 30 seconds. Or 45 seconds. Alright, so we got about 45 seconds under the arm right there. Peel this back. And look what we have here. That is a much better image, of course. Very cool. I like what's going on with the light. I think we got a little bit too much coming out of this, a little bit too much power. So I'm going to adjust that, and we're going to get right back to this. But I just wanted to show you guys this power. So let me just stop this here, come right back. Okay, we're back. I have loaded a new film cassette into the Polaroid 180. I'm using the Polaroid FP100C. And we're going to try this again, okay? So I've used this to kind of focus. I'm going to hope that, like, you know, I'm standing right about here, and I'm going to move the mic, put it over there. And we are going to do the self-timer again. So I'm going to cock the shutter. And I'm going to hit the shutter. To shake. Get into position. Bam. Let's see how we did. I did clean the rollers, by the way, between taking out the old cassette and putting in the new one. And that's something that you have to do every time, because the developer from the Polaroid will get on the rollers. Basically what happens is the developer is in the Polaroid. When you pull it through the rollers, you're kind of exploding a packet of developer that's going to, you know, squeeze through the through the film over here. And if you don't clean the rollers, that will build up and it'll kind of make your pictures look a little bit funny. It's unpredictable, but you do want to clean it. I used a Q-tip. Obviously, you don't want to do something with a lot of lint. You want to just be careful. So let's see how we did this time. Nice. Okay, we've got nice focus. We've got nice light. I'm pretty cool with that. Now what I'd like to do is I'd like to replicate this whole thing here, but I'd like to make it a little bit more moody. I'd like to just take the light down a bit and let's see. So I'm going to go to my LumiPro right here and I'm just going to dial the power down. I'm going to go down, let's go down 2 stops right there. Alright, so now I'm at 1/16 power. The rim light here I'm going to keep the same. Okay, and you know, this I'm going to keep the same as well. Right now we are at 500th of a second at f4.5. Cocking the shutter here. Getting the shutter on the self-timer. Getting back into position. Great. Let's see how we did. Okay. Oh. No big deal. Pull this out nice and easy. Cook it under the arm for about 45 seconds. So while I'm doing this, I can just talk to you guys a little bit more. So again, we've got the LumiPro LP160, 16th power, zoomed out 24, which is kind of standard, with the diffuser through an umbrella, PC sync cord into the 1967 Polaroid 180 lamp camera. We've got another LumiPro LP160 in slave mode, so that means that it's picking up the infrared signal. When this pops, it pops this one off. This one is zoomed out to 105 at 1/16 power just to provide a little bit of rim light to the back of my head. Alright, we have finished cooking. Let's see what we got. Oh, much better. Much more moody. There we go. So we're on to something. Now, this one, actually, there's really nothing I don't like about it. I would have to say this one's a keeper. It's a little bit dark. I mean, I could pop it up just a little bit. So maybe we'll try that, and then that'll be it for us right here. Now, some of you guys might be wondering why I keep pausing the camera. It's because the D3S only has a 5-minute recording capability before the sensor gets too hot and it shuts itself off. Okay, so here we are. We're going to change this up. We're going to go to 8th power. That's all we're going to do over there. And we're just going to see how we do. Because I think that last image was close. And I think that this next one is going to be it. So let me just double check to see how we're doing over here. Yeah, we're still okay. I'm going to leave that the way it is. I'm going to cock the shutter. And I'll press it down. And I'll get into position. Excellent. All right. let's see what we got. Hopefully this is the one. Okay, pulling this out nice and gently. Great. Okay, put it under the arm, go for about 45 seconds or so. So I just wanted to let you guys know that you don't necessarily need to use a LumiPro LP 160. I just happen to be really enjoying how easy these things are to use. I mean, you just put them in manual mode, they talk to each other. The cool thing about these flashes is that they also have, beside this slave mode, they have this other slave mode on the back, S1, where if you put that on, it will not be triggered by TTL. It's a little bit more advanced, you can read more about it on their site, but it does give you a lot more flexibility so that if you were in a situation where, let's say, somebody was popping their flashes, you would not be necessarily prone to that with this as well. So I can honestly say that these have been really a lot of fun to work with, and it's really cool to marry this modern technology with this, 40 some odd year old camera. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Ah, yeah, that is what I am talking about. There we go. That's the right power. I like the way the flash looks, I like the background, and I think we're all set there. So that's just kind of an introduction to off-camera flash photography. We got two flashes going. We've got our key light over here, we've got a rim light over here. The room is obviously lit ambient through the sun. We're using a vintage 40 some odd year old Polaroid land camera and these new LumiPro LP 160s. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below or email adamlernerphoto@gmail.com, and we'll see you soon.